Hey everyone, I got myself a new tank this week, and with it came the idea of doing my first tank review. The tank in question is the Tier 8 Czechoslovakian T27 General Medium. It comes with a 10% XP boost and a 50% silver boost as standard. It is currently still on sale, but that sale ends on August 25th. So if this video piques your interest, you'd best hurry and grab one for yourself before that sale ends. Now, before I get into the details of this tank, I will just want to add that I was going to insert some nice cinematics from recorded replays, but for whatever reason, the replay system at the moment just isn't working. I'm really hoping that this is fixed soon, because you're going to be stuck with just gameplay, which isn't exactly what I wanted for this video. But it's all I've got for now, so we'll make the most of it, and I'll make it look as good as possible for your viewing entertainment. Alright, so first of all, I want to go over the visual aesthetics of this tank. I don't really know if it's just me not paying attention enough to the details in this game, or if this level of detail on vehicles is a new thing, and having all these additional accessories is something that Wargaming have just introduced. So, on this one, starting on the near side, we've got a Scorpion machine pistol and what I believe is an SKS carbine. Moving further back, we've got what looks like a beer barrel replacing one of the external fuel tanks. On the rear offside of the turret, there's a medieval battle mace, an ornate beer stein, 2 drinking horns, and some bagpipes. Why? I don't know. I honestly don't know, but I think it's just quirky and interesting, and well, I quite like it. Maybe that's because I'm a little bit weird or whatever, but I quite like these little details. The last aesthetic detail that I'll point out on this one is that on the offside, the front 2 road wheels are different to all of the others. Again, why? Well, your guess is as good as mine, I guess. So that just about does it for the appearance of this vehicle. But before I talk about my thoughts on this tank, I'll run through what Wargaming have said about it on their website. So this is the main sort of splash page for the T27 General. As I scroll down here, there's a little bit of sales talk on, good defense, best offense. But the important bits to make note of here are what they're promoting, basically. And that is great maneuverability, an awesome autoloader, excellent gun depression, and accuracy. And further down, just some screenshots of this vehicle on some of the new HD maps, and I have to admit that they do look quite nice. A little bit further down, details on when the sale started, when it's ending, and the different packages you can get for purchasing it. Extra gold, extra premium time, ammunition, blah blah blah, all that stuff. Alright, well, now that we know what Wargaming have to say about it, I think it's time that I talk about what I think of it. The first thing I'm going to do is, well, no, not the first thing. What I'm going to do is take each of the points that Wargaming mentioned and break them down and give you my opinion on each of these areas that they say this tank excels at. The game you're seeing here isn't the first game I've played in it, but I think this is either the 3rd or 4th game. It was certainly the first game that I played over this weekend, and it was roughly at this point where I decided, you know what, I'm going to do a tank review on this, because I was starting to like it a lot. We all know that Wargaming will have, they'll make their sales pitch. They'll tell us how great every tank is, and despite whether it's a pile of crap or not, they'll still tell you that the sun shines out of its exhaust pipe and that sort of stuff. But what I want to do here is say, is what they've said true? For the most part, and this is my short answer, what they've said about this tank, my answer is yes. That's my short answer is yes. What they've said is true. But I'm going to go into more detail on that in the rest of this video. I'll kick things off with the first question. Does it really have excellent speed, and is it really that manoeuvrable? Is it really as manoeuvrable as they say? Well, on the flat, you'll average about 47 to 48 kilometers an hour. To give you an idea of what that is, the standard tech tree comparison would be the British Centurion 1 at tier 8. So same tier, these are both tier 8s. So tier for tier, it's on par with the Centurion 1, which is pretty good. The second part of the question is it really manoeuvrable? Well, the hull traverse is listed as 44 degrees per second. This equates to 360 degrees being achieved in a little over 8 seconds. Again, for a standard tech tree equivalent, you have to look at something like the E50M, and that's tier 10. This thing has a faster hull traverse than the Leopard PTA. I don't think anyone has complained about the manoeuvrability of the Leopard. The turret traverse also isn't that bad either. That comes in at 40 degrees per second, so you'll do a full 360 in 9 seconds. So, on manoeuvrability and speed, on a scale of 1 to 10, is it really as quick and manoeuvrable as they say it is? Yes. I'll give it a 10 out of 10 for that one. What Wargaming have said about it? Manoeuvrability and speed, it is exactly as they've advertised it. It's absolutely brilliant. I really, really like it. That moves us on to, does it really have an awesome autoloader? Well, the degree of awesomeness with autoloaders does largely depend on what you're comparing it to. It comes with a 3-shot autoloader as standard. The reload time is 25 seconds. And in this game you're seeing here, my crew only has 6th sense. And I've got vents on as equipment, so that brings the reload down to 23.44 seconds, which you're just about to see on screen now. Yeah, there you go, sorry, I zoomed in. But yeah, 23.44 seconds. I'm sure that with more skills on the crew, you can get that reload closer to 20 seconds than to 25 seconds. Sitting with a 23.44 second reload is on the upper limit of what I feel comfortable with playing an autoloader. Standard tech tree comparison to this one would have to be, from my experience, is the AMX 1390. For me, that has about a 24 to 25 second reload, and that feels just slightly too long. When I'm playing, to me, that's just too long to be sitting with nothing, no shots, nothing to fire. But that may be because it's a light tank, and this is a medium, and the playstyles are different. You know, running around in a light tank with not being able to shoot makes you feel more vulnerable, possibly, than it does if you're in a medium. So with that comparison, I am just about comfortable with the reload of this T27. The intra-clip time is 1.8 seconds. This is pretty good. The standard tech tree comparison I can make is the Batchat 12T at 2 seconds, and the upper extreme end for autoloaders has to be the machine at 1.5 seconds. When I play my Batchat, the reload, the interclip time feels perfect to me. That feels very comfortable. It's not too fast, it's not too slow, it's just what I would want it to be. The machine, however, is just absolutely insane. So for this thing to have a 1.8 second intra-clip time, this is really, really good, and I really, really like it. This one does occupy the middle ground though, because even though the intra-clip time is 1.8 seconds, it's only a 3-shot. the max alpha on each shot is 300, and hitting a full clip in 5.4 seconds will land you an average of about 720 damage. Playing it and seeing those numbers roll in, it does feel a little under what I would want, but it is a medium. If it were any higher than that, you'd be intruding on heavy territory. And for balance sake, I can understand why it is a 3-shot autoloader. So, in my opinion, is it really an awesome autoloader? No. It's not machine awesome, but it is still a very good autoloader. I'll give it 8 out of 10. Next one. Does it really have excellent gun depression and accuracy? Well, it has 8 degrees of gun depression. So, what does that mean? Well, what that means is, if you want better gun depression, go and play the Centurion 1, the TVP VTU, the STA 1, the AMX 5100, the Indian Panzer, and the Pershing. The only standard tech tree medium tanks with equivalent or worse gun depression are the Panther II, T-34-2, the Object 416, and the T-44. So basically, if you want better gun depression, go and play almost every other medium in the game. But is 8 degrees of gun depression bad? I think the answer to that is no. I know what I've just said can make it sound like it's nothing special, but if you've played any of the Russian tanks, you'll know exactly what is meant by bad gun depression. Having 8 degrees of it is actually pretty good in comparison. Moving on then to the accuracy of the gun, the T-27 has an accuracy statistic of 0.35. Standard tech tree comparisons would be the P-44 Pantera and the Centurion 1 again. Both have 0.33 and 0.34 accuracy respectively. I find these statistics to be a little redundant though. You could have 0.5 accuracy, but if your shots hit the center aim circle consistently, then you've got a better accuracy than a 0.35 that hits the edge of the aim reticle consistently. I know Klaus has done a video on this, and he's referred to this accuracy phenomenon as shot dispersion sigma. I think there's an additional statistic and mechanic at play that we're not told about in game, and that could be a topic for another video. But simply put, I can narrow this down to, do the shots go where you aim them? My answer is yes, they do. I am yet to have a moment in this tank where I thought, what the hell kind of a shot was that? You know, where did that go? So, does it really have excellent gun depression and accuracy? Excellent gun depression? No. Good gun depression? Yes. Excellent accuracy? No. But very good accuracy? Yes. I'll give it another 8 out of 10 for gun handling. The last thing I'll talk about is the armor. The thickest armor it's got is 100mm around the base of the turret. It's not a tank that you should expect to bounce any incoming fire. It is a medium after all, and should definitely be played as a support tank. Its mobility does mean you can get yourself into trouble, so keep an eye on your minimap, and also keep an eye on where your nearest teammate is so that you don't go too far and get killed. In summary, the T-27 General is a good all-rounder with particular strengths being good gun accuracy, speed and mobility. I was going to end it by saying, if you want a tier 8 auto-loading premium medium, then I would certainly recommend the T-27 General. But I think you'll find that this is the only auto-loading premium medium at tier 8, so Wargaming have kind of made that decision for you. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have, please subscribe and give the video a like. I hope you're all still keeping safe, and I will see you on the battlefield.